And so if you're scared of NMN because the FDA said, well, we can't sell it on Amazon since March 13th, then think of how many things you should be scared of in this world. Probably should be scared of water. Coach Greg had drama on the internet. Rhonda Patrick spoke of a pill or supplement that could potentially delay the aging process. And she did so on the Joe Rogan podcast.
If you could take a pill that could, delay the way you age or make you live, longer or better. Have you heard of like nicotinamide riboside or nicotinamide mononucleotide?
Not at all.
And so she asked Joe Rogan, have you ever heard of this supplement? NMN, Joe Rogan, no, never heard of it. And so if you never watched the original and thought this interview was right now, then of course you thought it was fake. How could Joe Rogan not possibly have heard of NMN? Everyone's heard of it. It was recently banned for sale in the United States on Amazon as of March 13th.
Maybe it's not made its way into the popular media as much as I thought, but it's definitely blown up in the science.
And so she's saying, it's not really that popular. Not everyone knows about this, but this was 6 years old. She states it's been well researched for 6 years. They've done so many studies on rats, mice, and so on, showing remarkable benefits. And so people are saying in the comment section, yeah, that's in mice. Well, great comments, of course. But remember, this is 6 years old, and since that time, they've done double-blind, placebo-controlled human studies. They wanted to make sure it wasn't the placebo effect. They wanted to make sure it was safe to be used in humans. And guess what? It was safe. Not only that, it showed remarkable improvements in NAD+. And in case you don't know what NAD is, it's required by the mitochondria to produce energy for cells throughout the human body. And so what we know is that when we get older, we have less NAD, and that results in less energy production for our cells. And so we get older. With increased NAD, we have the potential to slow down the aging process, to improve our cardio, enhance our sleep, improve our mood, our overall sense of well-being. And remember, this clip is from 6 years ago. Since then, the research, it's been remarkable. The product NMN seen as so effective that, of course, what do you think happens? The FDA wants to label it as a drug. And so although this supplement has been sold for decades, they're suddenly trying to say, no, you can't sell it. And so in the United States, it's been banned as of March 13th for sale on Amazon. But is it actually a drug? Is it banned by WADA? Well, WADA, the sport governing body, allows you to use this in sporting competitions. They don't deem it as being a drug. And so if you're an MMA fighter, perhaps you're running marathons, you're competing in the Olympics, and you're getting drug tested, well, guess what? You're going to pass 100%. It is not banned in the slightest. And so why would you take it? Well, aside from slowing down the aging process, what about increased cardiovascular ability? In a double-blind, placebo-controlled study, walking test scores improved by 50%. 50 in comparison to placebo. And so it's not the placebo effect. 50% humans age 40 to 60 plus. They were not instructed to exercise. 50% improvement in walking test scores. And it's not just for old geezers who are not exercising. If you're an elite level athlete and you take NMN, you can get faster than last time. And no, it's not going to be by 50%. You're not suddenly going to break every world record in the marathon, but you can in fact see significant improvements in your cardiovascular performance, your speed, doing cardio faster than last time. And with improved cardio, you can burn off more calories, aka more body fat, and it can help you to lose weight. And last I checked, if you're losing weight, you go from being obese to overweight or perhaps at a healthy weight, that can in fact help you to live longer. Not to mention, studies have shown it can decrease cholesterol, blood pressure. And so imagine not taking NMN.
Nicotinamide mononucleotide delays aging in their liver, in their bones, in their eyes, their muscle.
And so it delays aging, tissues are aging better, and so you can potentially live longer. And even if you don't live longer, you live better. Don't you want to not age as fast for your muscles, eyes, liver, and so on to not get old as quickly? I sure do. And so no, it's not going to reverse time. You're not going to suddenly look like a 20-year-old. But if it slows you down just a little bit, makes you healthier, how could you not want to take NMN?
And is this a supplement that people can buy?
And so Joe Rogan asks, this is a supplement that you can buy? And in pill form, yes. And that's even back then 6 years ago. And since that time, of course you can. You can still do it. Have it on my website. You ever heard of GO2 Max? The main ingredient is in fact NMN. And so if you want to get this, you can head over to my website. Code Greg saves you 10%. And I bundled it in bulk packages to save you even more money. But wait till you see the comments. The comment section was hilarious. People saying nonsense about NMN. So nutrients can be found in a bottle, but not in the food. No one is saying this replaces a healthy diet. No one is saying, oh, just eat all licorice, candies, ice cream, and take this pill, and you won't age. We're not saying that. We're saying in addition to a healthy diet, add in NMN, and it's going to make you that much better. So nicotinamide is found in meats, mushrooms, yeast, and they're trying to promote the pill forms. Here lies the problem. NMN is found in food. And so is it really a drug if it's found in food? Well, maybe. But the amount found in food, about 1 milligram per serving, you'd need to have about 300 servings of it to get an effective dose. And so, of course, you can get it in food. Problem is, you'd need to eat so much of it, you'd probably gain 100 pounds. And ever heard of something else? Creatine? It's been shown in 1,000+ studies to be effective, that help you build muscle, increase muscle mass, and so on. And creatine's found in food, right? Yet, we still sell creatine monohydrate in a bottle, perhaps in a pill. And so just because something's found in food doesn't mean you can't concentrate it, make it in pill or powder form to make it easier to take an appropriate dose. Well, some foods only have so much of that vitamin or nutrient, so pill form has a higher content of that specific vitamin or nutrient. And so see, people, they sometimes actually make sense. They understand how these things work. NMN, it's not some drug that they magically created. It's literally found in food, just not at a high enough dose to make a significant difference. You don't just need to believe me. You can read all the studies and see just how effective it really is. The discussion of NMN appears on episode 901 of the Joe Rogan podcast, and it begins at 1 hour and 47 minutes. And so feel free to listen to that discussion and consider this was from 6 years ago. A lot has transpired in the last 6 years, and many of which are human clinical trials showing just how effective NMN really is. It's the #1 supplement of anything that I have that I believe the most strongly in, even more so than creatine. And so if you're thinking creatine, that is the one supplement that I trust, the one supplement that I can get behind. Well, for me, NMN is that much better. Look up the studies on these drugs. They work in rodents, not so much in humans, LOL. She's making it seem like they're miracle drugs. They ain't. And so you're commenting on someone from 6 years ago who had rodent studies, but also human studies showing that it did in fact increase NAD levels. And so in the last 6 years, do you know how much research on humans there actually is? A shit ton of research. And so what kind of comment is that? Have you actually researched one article? Even one. Because if you did, you wouldn't have said that. And so are you selecting to ignore the human research, pretending it doesn't exist just to write your comment? NMN can be found in fruits and vegetables, including avocados, broccoli, cabbage, edamame, and cucumbers. Yeah, they can. But at 1 milligram or so per serving, it's just not enough. But it does in fact show just how prevalent it is in the real world, that it's not some artificially made dangerous drug that you should not take. It's very safe, no known negative side effects. This supplement just got pulled from Amazon for not being FDA approved, labeled a drug. You know what else is a drug, labeled as a drug? Caffeine. Imagine the FDA pulled caffeine. You can no longer get your cup of coffee from Starbucks. You got to go to the drugstore. It's a drug, caffeine. And so there are tons of drugs in this world. They have an effect on the body, but the main concern should be, are they dangerous? Do they have potential to create harm, to cause harm? Pharmaceutical companies suddenly now, just right now, want to label it as a drug. They want to label it as a drug, prevent other people from selling it so that they can potentially make billions or trillions of dollars. So that's how it works in the real world. But right now, right this minute, you can in fact go to my website. You can click the link in the description. You can use code Greg. You can get 10% off. And so why not stock up now? Or you can wait. You don't have to. You don't have to buy this. Perhaps in the future, we don't know, they'll allow it to be sold back on Amazon, or maybe they won't. Maybe eventually it'll be only available through a prescription. And then you can go and spend thousands of dollars on it. And who's going to make that profit? And so in the real world, it's up to you. It's not banned in Canada. The FDA says you can't sell it on Amazon in the United States. They haven't said it's a drug. It's not a Schedule 3, Schedule 4 drug. It's not considered a steroid. It's not some illegal thing. You're not going to jail to buy this. And so you can use it in sporting competition. And so what kind of drug is it really? Is it a dangerous drug? It's been shown to be safe, to have no adverse side effects. And so we're now going to start banning supplements that have no negative side effects, that do all good things to the body? Think of the things we're allowed to buy: alcohol, cigarettes, caffeine. And so if you're scared of NMN because the FDA said, well, we can't sell it on Amazon since March 13th, then think of how many things you should be scared of in this world. Probably should be scared of water. And so let me know in the comment section, what do you think of all this? Is NMN your number one go-to supplement? Or do you think that creatine is still ranked ahead of NMN? Subscribe, click the bell button, comment for the algorithm, watch the boops, and of course, harder than last time supplements, we don't just have GO2 Max, we have ActiBuilder, creatine, protein bars, pre-workout stim, non-stim, pump. We have so much going on. Click the link in the description. If you have no money at all, don't forget, over 50 pages, got a free diet and training program. You can go to the website, first and last name, enter your email address. You got yourself a free diet and training program well on your way on your weight loss journey. And until next time, I am out.